Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl, and I'm here to share our next topic, which is cardiovascular health from a personal trainer's perspective. So, why is it that some trainers recommend that you do a lot of cardio? Maybe some trainers say very limited, and others say don't even bother with cardio at all. And honestly, from a personal trainer's perspective, it really depends on what your goals are. So for example, say we have a client and after doing maybe their circumference measurements and or weight, whatever it is that they might do, they may realize that, hey, this person is overweight. So we're going to need to do a combination of resistance strength training with cardio. And the cardio helps with, increasing the oxygen exchange that happens in the body so that it helps them with being able to do aerobic style exercises and enables them to build endurance, right? So that's an important aspect that might be running across our minds of going, okay, wow, this person definitely needs some cardio workouts, and also to build heart strength. Remember, your heart is the only muscle in your body that doesn't get rest. It is constantly at work. And so we need to make it more efficient, and the way that you make your heart more efficient, especially when it comes to exercising, is through aerobic style exercises. And you get that through whether you're biking or doing high impact style exercises. Maybe you could do low impact exercises with a little bit more intensity to it. That could also increase your cardiovascular health, but usually the best ones are like biking, jogging, running. If you can't do run or jogging, then you could definitely use machines like rowing machine. You could do the elliptical as a good one. You can do stationary bikes. Those are definitely great. Also, swimming is another great cardiovascular exercise. Why maybe some trainers say, well, you don't really need as much, maybe because when they're looking at you, that's not your goal. Your goal is maybe to tone up, and you don't have as much, fat that you need to get rid of. So they might be thinking, okay, well, you know what, let's focus on strength training, because remember, muscle metabolizes insulin and also can use fat stores as well, depending on how much glycogen stores you have in available to the body. So if you don't have a lot of fat stores, you may go straight into a strength training, and they might say to them, to themselves, like, okay, this person's goal is toning, maybe this is what we'll do for them. Now obviously it will differ depending on if we're working with men or women, but that might be a reason why they might say, okay, not a lot of cardiovascular type of exercises. And if you are bodybuilding, or if you're into or if you're very lean, right, we might say absolutely no cardiovascular for you. And the reason for that is because when you're tapping into, those type of exercises, it uses a lot more energy. And if you have a very high metabolism and your goal is to gain weight, now I've had some clients who were extremely on the thin side, underweight side of things, and so I had to help work the nutrition aspect of things with them to help bulk up their muscles and have them be able to gain a little bit of weight so they had energy to tap into. So that was a very important thing that we had to do. So I told them absolutely zero cardio. And so what we focused on strictly was strength training. And that's a important thing that trainers have to think about, of what are the goals of my clients, which is why that consultation aspect of it is really important to us, so we can generate the proper program for you in understanding how we're going to navigate what your goals are and what methods we're going to use to get you to those goals. And that's kind of maybe why we might recommend some to none, right? Or in terms of cardiovascular. So I think that's an important thing to understand, and maybe something to talk to your personal trainer about if you're having concerns like, well, I've been doing this and I don't see any changes. Now, depending on how overweight you are, it can take months to actually see these changes in the body, because if you have too much fat, it's going to take a while for it to metabolize. It's not a quick fix, right? I always tell people, if it took you 7 years to get to where you are, you can't expect your body to change overnight. It's not going to take 7 weeks. Okay, it's going to take much longer. Now your body, your muscles can definitely start building within that time frame, but you may not see those circumference measurements be drastic enough for you to notice it until probably 9 months into it. And just, I think it's so important to be logical and realistic about your expectations when it comes to being with a trainer. I say stick with your trainer for at least a good 6 to 9 months, if not a year, till you really see the full effect. And if you're doing any, progress photos, that really can help you see how your body is really changing. Also, if you're a person who, goes to the doctor and does full blood panel work, sometimes you can also see that happen. Now, I've had some clients who've done that, where they did a before and after, meaning that they had their blood work done before our workouts, because that was something that they were doing a checkup with their physician, and then they did an after, and we saw their blood sugar completely normalize. We saw amazing results with their A1C. We saw beautiful results with their cholesterol. And so this is also another way to kind of see the progress and the effect of exercise on your health. When it comes to cardiovascular, you might see that your heart rate, or even your resting heart rate, might become lower than what it normally is. And these are just some of the effects of a really good, well-balanced, thought-out workout program. So I hope that it helps you kind of understand why there might be differences of opinions at the time when you're doing your workout fitness, or maybe you're hearing it from different people. Remember, personal training isn't a cookie cutter program. It needs to be specified to your personal needs, and everybody is different. So they may obtain different information from different trainers because of the different goals that individual might have at that time in their life. So with that said, guys, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care. Bye.